welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. Today it will be another RP Mystic Coven haul. So these are some goodies that were sent to me by Running Press for review. I am an ambassador for them. So they do send me new products or current products from their catalog for review each month. So this month, these are the goodies that I have. So I received 3 books and 3 decks, and I'm super excited, and I wanted to go through a few of them and show you a bit of them before I do individual reviews for these particular items. So I thought we'd get into the books first. So I'm just going to set aside these decks and we can get into the books. So I'm super excited because this particular book, How to Study Magic, A Guide to History, Lore, and Building Your Own Practice by Sarah Lyons and illustrated by Tobias Gobel. This book is actually going to be releasing November 15th. So this is an advanced copy that I was sent specifically for review. So on the back here, it says the ultimate introduction to the world of magic. Let me just bring this up so you can see a little bit closer. Have you ever wanted to enter the world of magic but weren't sure how to begin? Knowing where to start can be mystifying, but it doesn't have to be. And How to Study Magic is the answer you've been waiting for. Inside, you'll learn the basic tools of magic, from divination and meditation to cleansing and protection, before diving into the history, lore, and modern incarnations of a wide range of magical practices. With chapters on witchcraft, chaos magic, spellbooks and grimoires, gods and goddesses, and more, this dynamic guide from author, educator, and seasoned witch Sarah Lyons gives an insider's perspective on how to craft your own personalized practice. Now, this does retail for $20 in the US and $26 in Canada. Honestly, this is a beautiful, stunning hardback book, and for 26 bucks Canadian, this is pretty nice, I have to say. So I'm super excited. Again, this releases November 15th. I will try my best to have a review of this up on November 14th on my channel. I actually finished a few other books that were sent to me for review, so I'm going to be starting on this one right away. So I'm hoping to have it done and reviewed and up by November 14th. That's the plan anyway. So I'm super excited because this seems super interesting. Look at these end pages, so beautiful. So we have a table of contents here. There are 8 chapters, and it seems like there might be 200 and something pages. No, we have close, almost 186, so close to 200, which is pretty nice. Oh, stunning, stunning, stunning. So yes, very, very lovely. Seems like it has some good information. I was provided with a news press release on this particular book, which I will read in my review of the book that I post. I also received her other book. Now, on my YouTube short and my Instagram reel, I thought this was released last year, but actually no, it released in 2019. So I was a little off. But this seems really interesting. So this is her other book. This was her debut book. So this was her first book, and it's called Revolutionary Witchcraft: A Guide to Magical Activism. And in the back here, it says, "Power is political, magic is power. A bold guide for activists and witches alike, Revolutionary Witchcraft explores the history and practice of politically motivated magic. From social justice to environmental activism, this radical reimagining of civic engagement addresses today's most pressing problems with empowering, inclusive spell work. Classic rituals, from creating charged symbols to calling on ancestors, are paired with core organizing tactics, like engaging in protests and rallying allies, in this blueprint for building an ideologically grounded magical praxis. With actionable ideas and an appendix full of customizable rites, Revolutionary Witchcraft is the perfect companion for the mystical upbringing. How much does this retail for? It doesn't say back here in the thing. It doesn't say. Give me a moment. I'm going to look it up. So in the US, it retails for $16.99, and in Canada, $22.99. So yes, let's take a look at the table of contents here. So we seem to have 5 chapters. There is a little over 150 pages, 150 pages, seems like 158 pages in terms of that. Very interesting. A witch's place is in the struggle, shaking off the dirt, dream big, pathways of power, witches in wilderness. Interesting. I do like that very much, especially in today's day and age and everything that's going on in the world right now. I feel like this is a perfect book to read and pick up. So I'm excited to get into this. I'm excited to get into both of these particular books. I'm going to read this one first and then probably go to this one, because I think that these are really, really good to read. I kind of flipped through this one a bit when I got it. It seemed very interesting from the information that I could see and the history that was here. I definitely enjoy kind of going through history and stuff of different practices. So I think this will be very interesting to me, and activism, perfect to get into, with what's going on in the world now. I feel like this book would go really well with the Next World Tarot. So if you were to pair a book and tarot together, this one would be perfect, in my opinion, to go with the Next World Tarot, which I have. I have the pocket edition, so perfect. Next, we have the Everyday Tarot. Unlock your inner wisdom and manifest your future. This is by Bridget Esselmont, who's the founder of Biddy Tarot. And this is illustrated by Eleanor Grosh. Apologies if I mispronounce the surname. And I've always been interested in getting this particular book. It's been on my wish list for I don't even know how long. And I was under the impression that I thought there was going to be meanings in here, but I took a look at it and it's just an activity book to go with the deck that she has. And I thought, oh, okay, that's perfect, because honestly, I think that's great, in my opinion, of different things that you can do to work with a particular deck. So I am excited to get into this as well. So this does retail for $25 in the US and $31 in Canada. I'm surprised this one didn't have. Oh, it did have. Wow, I am blind. It's literally written right here in red. Yeah, at least I got the prices right. So in the back here, let me bring this up so you can see a little better. So in the back here, it says, manifest the life you want with tarot as your guide. So Everyday Tarot empowers modern soul seekers with the confidence and skills to access inner wisdom and create an inspired life. Approach the cards with an open heart as you master tarot basics and draw on your intuition to fulfill your deepest desires and wildest dreams. Whether you're contemplating a job change, searching for your higher purpose, or looking for romantic guidance, Everyday Tarot is filled with clear questions and insightful card spreads that will help you divine your true path. With actionable tips, soulful activities, and everyday rituals, learn to view tarot as an invitation to look within as you set goals, make important decisions, and achieve clarity. So yes, really excited for this, because I did get the deck also, so I can work with them together. which is exciting. There seems to be spreads in here and different things that you can do, which is really fun. If we look at the table of contents here, we have Tarot plus Intuition, a quick start guide to tarot, tarot for self-discovery, manifest your goals, tarot for decision-making, tarot for work, tarot for love plus relationships, sacred rituals with tarot, and conclusion. So there seems to be a little over 200 pages in this particular book. Let's see, 209. So that is pretty decent in my opinion. Now to get into the decks. So let's move this over here and move the books back here. So as I was saying, I did get this particular deck for review. This is a really cute deck. So I do love their minis. I am a big fan actually of their little mini decks. I think that they're ingenious in my opinion and very accessible for people who have small hands. And I wish they had more decks like this, in my opinion, because these are actually really fun. I find them to be really fun. And I like the fact that they're not super duper mini like Llewellyn's mini decks. Those are just way too many, in my opinion. But they're still a decent size to use and to deal with. So I've always been on the fence with this particular deck. And that's because of the color palette. It's not because of any other reason. Some decks that are like duotoned, I don't really gravitate towards. So I've always been on the fence of getting this deck specifically because it's literally purple and gold with white. But I am excited to have gotten this because it allows me to give it a chance and to work with it and see how much I actually enjoy it. Because there are times when I actually really surprise myself and end up liking something more than I thought I would. For example, the Night School. I received that whole set in my welcome box. And I actually, when I did my unboxing of it, I was actually pleasantly surprised. So I'm going into it with an open mind is pretty much what I'm trying to say. So yes, in the back here, it retails for $12.95 in the US, $16.50 in Canada. It says a modern approach to the ancient wisdom of tarot. The Everyday Tarot deck gives modern soul seekers an intuitive tool to access their inner wisdom and create an inspired life. This kit features a beautifully illustrated deck and an 88-page guide to the cards that will appeal to tarot veterans and novices alike. So, yes. So the outside is that hard box, which I absolutely love. Big fan. We have the little guidebook here. Really cute. So it does seem like they have upright and reversed meanings, which is fantastic. There's a small little table of contents here. And it seems like for every single card, including the majors, there's an upright and reversed meaning. So very simple, very easy. Let's see if I can get this back in. Sometimes I have a little bit of trouble because it gets stuck. There we go. It got stuck on me. Then we have the plastic part. Now, the plastic part is what I'm always on a fence about, honestly. But at least this one is easy to open. This one has a little thing here because there's space, so it doesn't move around. They add that into the back, which is fine with me. I already took off the plastic and all that. We get 2 extra cards, and then it goes into, you know, the cards. These are gilded, which amazing. For $16.50, and the fact that it's still gilded is pretty nice, I have to say. Now, it is this matte gold gilding, and it is glittery, so you'll probably get glitter on your hands after using this, to be honest with you. So, yes, very nice for $16.50. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. And in the US, it's only $12.95, so that's even better. and then close it back up. Yeah, so the plastic thing I'm a little on the fence about, but I understand why it's in there. It's cheaper, in my opinion, probably to produce. That's why they make it like this, which is totally fine because these decks are really affordable, really affordable. Then we have the Practical Witches spell deck. This is 100 spells for love, happiness, and success. This is by Serdwin Greenleaf. I apologize if I mispronounced the first name. I try my best. Apologies. So yeah, I don't do spell work, but I wanted to take a look at this deck and I wanted to see if they all have incantations, because I feel like decks that just have incantations on the cards, you can still use as an oracle, and it would read more like how you would read bibliomancy, in my opinion. So I wanted to take a look at this and see how great it would be to use. Again, in the US, it's $12.95, Canada $16.50. In the back here, it says, add joy and magic to your daily life with this pocket-sized spell deck with spells and incantations to infuse your life with passion, love, wealth, good health, and abundance. This charming collection also includes a 48-page mini book, perfect for anyone with a penchant for the magical. Now, there is a bigger book that you can get separately that goes probably into way more detail in terms of spell work. So you can definitely check that out if you are interested. So we have the little pocket guide here, which is fun. Contents, and then it goes through different things. Love the artwork though, super cute. It's in the same type of box as all their mini products, or in this particular case, same as the tarot deck I just showed, as well as the runes that I've showed on my channel, and as well as the Night School deck. So again, there's the plastic, and then we have the cards. So all of them have what kind of spell they are. They're sticking together because of the gilding. Healing spells, house spells, love spells, and moon spells, money spells, and all that good stuff. So yes, it is gilded, as you can see here, if it'll focus. Gilding. Again, it's that glitter type of gilding, so when you use it, you'll end up with glittery hands, which I don't really care much about. I actually like this a lot better than the other type of gilding where it's more shiny. Those usually chip fast. This will stay pretty nice for a while, in my opinion. I don't know why I won't focus. So annoying. So, yeah. But yeah, we have different spells and things like that. I have to go through the cards and see what this deck is like. But I'm excited to dive deep into this. Honestly, I think it's fun. And also, if I was ever to start doing spell work, at least I have a deck in my collection that can help me through that. So, very excited about that. Now, the last deck is the Queer Tarot by Ashley Molesso and Chess Needham. This is an inclusive deck and guidebook. Now, a few months ago, or several months ago now, I think it was my second upcoming releases episode, I talked about, so I mentioned this deck because it was set to release. At the time, in my first episode, I believe, there was no photos. It was just one of the box. I was very interested. Very excited actually about it. And then in my second episode, there were pictures and I wasn't into it. I wasn't really into the art style and I decided I wasn't going to get it. Now, fast forward, I think, I don't know, sometime in the summer or something, I saw Lumeria Star. I'm not sure if it was an unboxing or if it was one of her Lumeria Star tarot edit videos. Whatever it was a video. And she was talking about this deck. She was going through the cards, showing some of the cards off. And I was like, wow, this deck looks much better than what I saw on Amazon. And I looked again on Amazon, and Amazon shows like digital photos. It's like the digital artwork. It's not actual photos of the cards printed. So I put it back on my wish list, and I was like, you know what? I think I want to give this deck a try. And I would like probably to bring it into my collection because it looks better than I thought it would. Because I wasn't really a fan of the artwork when I saw it on Amazon. And then when I saw Lumeria Star going through the photos, I was like, wait a minute, that looks better than I thought, you know? And that's sometimes with me. I find like I like a deck or I don't like a deck. And then I see it in video or being used in person. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this looks better than I thought it was going to look. You know what I mean? So I felt like I judged it a little bit too quickly in the beginning. And then I watched a few other unboxings of it and was like, yeah, this looks much better because I was actually excited about this deck. And then, I don't know, I think it was the lines or something that put me off in April or in my second episode. I was like, I don't remember when I filmed my second episode of the upcoming releases, but I think it was the line work. I wasn't too fond of the line work. Because the color is no problem. I love colorful decks, so that has nothing to do with it. But yes, the line work wasn't my thing. And I think it was just because the photos were digital and not actually of the cards itself. So I'm excited to have gotten this, to be able to work with it and review it. I'm really, really excited for this. So how much does this retail for? So in the US, it retails for $28, in Canada, $35. Pretty standard for one of their decks like this, in my opinion. They're usually $35 in Canada, which is pretty good, in my opinion, because you get a nice box and everything with it, and a nice guidebook and stuff. So, an inclusive tarot for the queer community and those who love them. Tarot is about more than divination. It's a powerful tool for self-discovery and self-love. In Queer Tarot, authors and artists Ash and Chess have created an inclusive and joyful interpretation of the cards to help you on your own journey. This deck was made with all queers in mind, all identities, body types, races, ethnicities, abilities, and sexualities, and features dozens of real queer folks to help inspire you. With beautiful risographed art that highlights LGBTQ plus symbols and stories, queer interpretations of the classic cards, and questions to consider during your readings, this deck will become an empowering and affirming part of your magical practice. So this deluxe set includes 78 full color tarot cards illustrated by Ash and Chess, sealed in an inner box, and then 176 page full colored flexi-bound guidebook with sample spreads and a magnetic closure keepsake box. So yes, I have a few decks. I have 3 decks. Yeah, 3 decks that come in a box like this. None of them are tarot. Yeah, this is my first tarot from them. I only have 3 oracles. So we have beautiful book. Very colorful. Absolutely love it. Look at these end pages. Like, stop. They're so fun. I love it. I love it. And then their boxes typically in the inside are a tuck box. Now, we know how I feel about a tuck box. Traditionally, I don't like tuck boxes. I find them annoying to get cards in and out. But when it comes to running press, I have to say, from the 3 decks that I own, their tuck boxes, except for the Mystic Mondays Crystal Grid, because of the shape of the cards, that tuck box is hard to get the the cards back in. But the Amenti Oracle and the Cosmic Creatures deck Oracle, I love the tuck box. I use it to travel with. And then when I'm not traveling, I keep the tuck box in a drawer, and the cards typically stay in here when I want to use them on a daily basis. But they are nice. I have to say, these cards look a little bit bigger than standard tarot. The inside of the box is bright pink, which I love. Very nice, very sturdy. I find the quality of their tuck boxes nice. Look how colorful that is. Very interesting. So, yes. Very interesting. I'm excited to dive into this. I feel like the quality of the cards is different. These are a bit thick. I don't know how well they would riffle or bridge shuffle. I don't shuffle that way, so I wouldn't know. I would assume they would shuffle fine for those who bridge and riffle shuffle. I do like overhanding my decks, so yes, but these do feel bigger than standard tarot. I do have to say. So yes. See, these are easy to get in. I had no problem getting these in. Very sturdy of a box, in my opinion. And it just stays all in there perfectly. There's no ribbon or anything, so when you want to take it out, you just need to do that. I love these kind of books, these kind of flexi-bound books. They're fantastic. In my opinion, they hold up well. And they're very nice as well. So I'm super excited. The only thing is that I got a little nicked in the box that it came in, but that's fine. I don't really care much. It's all good. I could always glue that down or something, so it's fine. So yes, I'm excited to go through everything and use everything and read the books and all that good stuff. So thank you so much again to Running Press. Honestly, it's definitely a privilege to be an ambassador for them, and I thank them so much for sending me things for review and being able to show things on my channel to my subscribers or to anyone who watches these videos, and even if they're not subscribed, and for you to be able to see the quality of things that they have in their catalog and for you to buy either from them or wherever books are sold and things like that. So I'm very grateful to be able to receive a lot of these things for review. Again, the How to Study Magic by Sarah Lyons will be available November 15th. You can pre-order this particular book on Amazon, I believe even on Barnes & Noble's website, but if you wanted to buy it in store, it will be available on November 15th. Though I will say that a lot of the time bookstores will put things on their shelves before the date they release, so you might find it earlier, just to let you know. Everything else is already available for purchase, so you can definitely check that out. I will leave links to the publisher's website down below so that you can be directed to other sites if you would like to buy them from Amazon and things like that. So I do thank you so much for watching. Let me know below if you have any of these things. Have you read any of these books? Do you have these decks? I would always love to hear from you and your opinion, your comments. If you don't, are these things that you would pick up and bring to your own collection? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated and it helps me in the long run. Thanks so much and have a great day.